Hey guys, well, made it to day 6. Today was a very tough one for me personally. Today's goal is to bring His presence into my sufferings. The verse is Romans 8:18. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. His presence in my suffering. That's pretty hard. I spent a lot of the time thinking about suffering and how some of us broadcast our sufferings, and some of us don't share anything at all, and we have a facade. We mask what we're going through, and I'm not going to say one way is better than the other. That's you and the way you process life. I will say that suffering for me is something that I don't like to share too much about it, and I don't like to share a lot about it because a lot of the times when I share my sufferings, because people love me and because people want to support me, and because I have amazing people around me, they may share some words of encouragement that are something like, God's not going to give you something you can't handle. God's not going to give you more than what you can handle, or God's in control of all things, or your steps are ordered. They'll give me all this great encouragement from the Word of God, which is amazing. And I will tell you that for me, the Bible is God's inspired word, and it's real to me. It's something that I read something, and I hope these past couple of days you guys have seen that what I read, I want to apply it to my life today. I want to be able to bring it to fruition, for it to be something that I can live and I can do on a regular basis so that I can be more like Christ. It's not a history book for me. The Word of God is not. It's not something that happened in the past, but it's something that it's current and it's now, and I'm a part of the story of the Bible. So when I hear these wonderful statements of encouragement, it's not that I don't want to hear the Word of God or that I don't believe it. It's just that I'm human. And in my humanity, I struggle. I get angry, I get frustrated, I get upset, I get lonely, I get depressed, I have anxieties, I have all these things, and I have a right to feel that. And so sharing, sometimes it's a little hard to do that. There's things that you just kind of don't want to bring out to the light. But bringing God's presence into my sufferings, I can share with you that it's hard. There's been times where you're navigating life through disabilities and mental health and all of these things. You wonder, God, where are you? Not necessarily questioning why me, because why not me? Why you? Why not you? You know what I mean? But it's a matter of like, God, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Like, obviously, if I'm going through it, it's because you think I can go through it. But man, this is tough. And it's hard to see God through all these things. And it's not just saying, hey, I'm so happy that I'm going through this because God's glory is going to be revealed. It's going to be all great. No, it's not that. It's just saying, God, I don't like this. I don't understand this. I don't want this. I give up. Saying all of that, but still being able to say, your presence is in my life today. I can look back and say, all those hard times, all those tears, all those lonely moments, all the things that I've held in, all the things that I endured, I can look back and say, wow, God, you were there. And because I know you were there back then, I can say, I know you're with me now, and you'll be with me moving forward. That I can bring God into my suffering, but not disregard my suffering. Not to say, oh, I would never go through trials and tribulations because God is with me. No, it's saying that during those trials, during the hard times, that God is with me. And today it was hard because I was thinking about all of that. I took the entire chapter, and I encourage you to read the whole chapter, and I just broke it down, like all the things that it was saying. There were moments in there that it was saying, and I took some paper and I just wrote on one side what was great, and that was in the verses that were in the chapter, and on the other side I just put the struggles, like things like creation awaits an eager expectation. Creation's subjected to frustration. Creation will be liberated. Creation has been groaning. All these, like I compared the mind that is governed by the flesh and the mind that is governed by the spirit. And I put that on two separate sides so that I can apply that to me, so that I can see, oh, where have I been eager? Where have I been frustrated? Where have I been liberated? Where have I been groaning? Where areas in my life have I been governed by that flesh? And I didn't see God. And where those areas that I saw God? Like I went verse by verse in the Bible, in Romans 8, and I just did that for my benefit, and that's why it was a little hard, because it brought to the surface a lot of the stuff that I've been hurting, and I have hurt in the past 4 and extremely difficult times. But I also went back to saying, hey, creation will be liberated. I am governed by the Spirit. So I was able to kind of go back and forth and look at myself and how I am a part of the Bible. And so that whole entire chapter applies to me. And I encourage you to read it so that it can apply to you. And understand that you can bring His presence to your sufferings. Have a good evening.